Let's do this. Goal.
Pick up,
6 seconds. Number 19. Yeah.
And we are back in action for the first women's semifinal game of the afternoon. Great Britain against Germany. I am very, very excited for this matchup. We've got Great Britain's red squad playing, and they have the first tally of the day. Some players to watch on this squad as well. Honestly, every single player is a player to watch. But Laura Merrifield, a member of this Great Britain Lacrosse system.
A lovely finish there by Miranda Nichols, who's also been around and about the GB system, but a Wales player, so notoriously not involved with Laura Merrifield on a team basis, so quite nice to see the home nations all working together. And Sophie Coombs-Roberts also coming down there, number 17, also a Wales player. And there's Laura Merrifield, passes off to Tilly Foster, who looks up, finds Miranda Nichols. So GB Red already 2 up. There was Sophie Coombs-Roberts, couldn't quite come away with that quick stick that she was hoping for, and she gets the rebound but goes off the back. And as we know in the sixes, no matter who the shot comes off, it will go to the opposition. It's not about that chase, and that's a lovely pickup there by GB's number 5, Liv Thomas, who looks lovely. Low fake, shoots high. There's nothing really the German goalkeeper could have done about that, and she's already on that rebound. She's picked up a German player.
And Liv Thomas was a member of the England U19 team that played at the World Championships in Peterborough, Canada recently, looking to also be part of the senior team at the highest levels, for example, this summer at the World Championships and World Games in the US.
And that's something that will be interesting to see for a lot of these players. Lovely finish there, low shot by Laura Merrifield. It'll be interesting to see for these players doing those almost back-to-back tournaments, those playing for the England, Wales, and Scotland, Irish sides at the Lacrosse World Cup, and then thinking about coming back to being GB for those World Games.
Good defending now.
Germany taking the ball behind the net, trying to find a seam. That one was meant for number 25.
Yeah, they're looking to try and get on the board here, Germany, but here comes Liv Thomas again, streaming down the pitch. Another fake, but just couldn't quite get the angle on that one. The German goalkeeper did really well to cut her off there. So GB leading 4-0 against this German side. Chloe Chan has just subbed on, is nicely in position there, but not been found yet.
Romina Earhart in goal for Germany. Eyes on the prize, locked in on that shooter. Going back to the end line to get a tally, get the ball for her team. It's again Germany looking for their first of the game. Just under 5 minutes left in this quarter. We are playing 4 8-minute quarters in the sixes format. A close one there for number 12, Dominique Panther. But that's a card. Looks like we're going to get a card called against Great Britain Red. Someone's going to timeout.
I think it's green. Stop time, stop time. Cross check, yeah.
Yeah, so Katie Greenwood in goal there for GB Red. Really strong player. Coaches at Bedford Girls' School, where I attended as junior school. She wasn't there at the time, obviously, but she's a really, really strong player. And really nice of her. She lent me her stick earlier, so I've got to say nice things about her, I guess. But I don't need to be lent a stick to say nice things. She's doing really good stuff with her goalkeeping this weekend.
And Georgia, I love how many of the players give back to their communities as coaches as well. There we see ball down the field. Tilly Foster looking to turn and shoot that question mark, but not quite there. So Earhart running on over to the end line, getting that for her team, passing it on over to Dallinger. Teresa Dallinger with the ball right now. I feel like
really good communication as well from GB. You can hear it coming from Greenwood in the goal, but Germany going for that worm burner there. Germany's number 7, Larissa Roth, but just didn't quite come off there. Greenwood out with the clear to number 9, Merrifield, who finds Emily Gray in the centre. Those two work so well together. They've got real synergies, almost telepathic between the two of them. They've been together a long time on various teams throughout the age group, so you would think they know what the other one's doing.
And that's the cool thing about the systems. Oh, as we steal a nice steal there by number 5, Liv Thomas, but pass goes a little bit wide. Oh, a nice stick in front of that pass by Germany. That one was number 15, Kayla Ushman. I feel like Germany's doing a nice job defending, especially right in front of the net.
Yeah, they're doing really well on that redefend there, and you just think that they just need to take that last second there. That shot coming off there from Schillenwolf just wasn't quite the kind of shot you need to be taking, those really tip-top ones against a goalkeeper of the class of Greenwood, and she just sort of shot it straight at her, whereas you see Laura Merrifield take a shot like that, find that bottom corner, sort of leap, and they're already back on that redefense. GB Red.
And GB Red, just a team of very, very great shooters, great ball awareness, and they share really, really well too. I think that's something that stands out for a team like GB, is how well they share the ball. No selfishness here. We just want to win. A nice save there, Katie Greenwood. Eyeing it on the ball. There we go, down the field. Given to number 9, Laura Merrifield, who called out a couple times, had the last tally. Passed it off there.
Finds Foster in front of the goal, but she just can't get that away. But then you see Emily Gray back on that redefense. She's been so strong on that this weekend. And she's just tagging on that German player there, and she's come away with the ball. Emily Gray feeds into Tors Anderson in front of the goal, who takes a fake top left, shoots low left with that amazing left-handed shot she's got there. It's a real signature move of her there.
And, you know, we saw there, the Germany player had the ball, went over the line, and then went back. That is not allowed. You cannot go back, only forward. Kind of a metaphor for life, so that led to the Great Britain goal, but they're hoping to get their first tally. A turnover, though, a costly turnover. You see Coombs Roberts with it, going to goal. Let's see how she finishes.
That's a fantastic save
by her heart.
No one knew where that went, let alone the German goalkeeper.
1 minute!
Coombs Roberts hoping to save it, putting her energy in that save. But a card has been called against Germany. We're going to see Germany's woman down defense first time in this quarter. Just about 30 seconds left in the quarter as well. This is flying by.
Great Britain Red will be hoping to score something here and go with some momentum into that quarter break. They're already 6 goals up, but I think they have got more in the tank. Coombs Roberts there with the quick stick, but off the helmet of the German goalkeeper Berg. Still time on the clock, and it's a lovely finish there by Tors Anderson.
That turn and shoot is lethal. Great Britain's stick skills are bar none. They're on top of it. Quick stick skills. There we see that connection, Thomas to Anderson, but hits the top of the goal.
We've heard that noise a lot, hitting that post.
That we have.
Number 11, Schwellenwolf, comes away with it, and we've got 5 seconds left. Can GB Red pick up the ball and take this? I don't think there's quite that time. So we go into the quarter break. Great Britain Red leading Germany 7-0. Good stuff from both sides here. Britain Red tapping stips. You can see them looking very positive with Coach Phil out there. The Germans slightly less on their toes here, but they're not too far behind. Only 7 goals, 8 minutes. We've got another 3 quarters to play.
24 minutes of great action. Stay with us. Let's see what happens.
7-0. It's very hard. The Great Britain is very, very good.
Yeah. You see the number 9 just needs to run forward. She doesn't need to.
Well, okay. Germany here. I thought Germany had a chance at 3 on the other side, but she ran back over.
Yeah.
That was unlucky. She didn't even need to look. She just needed to literally just look. It's unlucky. One minute. I'm going to go to the toilet at half time. I'll wait another 8 minutes.
The last one.
What's that street?
We had the 3 and the 3 in the same.
Oh no, he was number 8, 100%. He was number 8. Yeah, he was number 8. Should we put 8 down? He definitely scored a couple of goals, that guy. He scored some goals, that guy.
Yeah.
Right, are we all ready?
Yeah.
So 20 seconds on the pen.
20 seconds.
Good. Ready. Go.
So we're back on here for the second half of this first semi-final in the women's game, GB versus Germany. GB leading 7-0 at the moment, just building around the perimeter here. And you can see Tors Anderson look to find Tilly Foster there in front of the goal, but not quite. But rebounded, picked up by Laura Merrifield, who finds a low bottom right corner shot. The German goalkeeper passes it out to Shilton Wolf, who brings it up the pitch, but she's being marked really well there by Emily Gray, who is just all over that one, and that's forced a bit of a shoddy pass there, gone over the side, picked up by goalkeeper Katie Greenwood. And she looks out and passes to Sophie Coombs-Roberts. Great Britain Red just taking things a bit slowly here, maybe just working through a few plays, trying not to just go for that fast break scenario. Laura Merrifield up the top with the fake, through all the defenders, bottom left corner. Laura Merrifield, that is every day what she does best.
Just textbook, beautiful face dodges there for Merrifield, weaving through the traffic of defenders. Now we're seeing Germany with it. That's Schaefer passing it off. Schaefer back with it. I think for Germany, you know, try not to be static. Move your feet, move the ball. Otherwise, the defense catches you like that from Liv Thomas. Liv Thomas passing it on up to Coombs-Roberts, who just one and done, gets it into the net. Earhart had come out of goal just a bit, looking to play some more defense there, but not too much she can do as Coombs-Roberts sneaks one in there. Chloe Chan hoping to intercept that pass to Eversmeyer, but Laura Eversmeyer says, nope, I got this, as we see Germany back on the offensive end.
Yeah, Germany doing well. Their stick skills are looking pretty strong, actually. So they've just got to try and find a way to get through that really, really strong defense of the GB Red side. They're always tagging just on those Germans. And you can see they're forcing those errors when Liv Thomas there didn't even have to go for the check, and just her presence there and that really strong defensive positioning meant that GB are now in possession, and she sets off up the pitch, finds Sophie Coombs-Roberts, who looks to see Tilly Foster in front of the goal, and she hits the post as well. Everyone is hitting the post. If you're not in the club, you don't hit the post.
Right, exactly. The Cool Kids Club is hitting the post. Sure, she'll want that one back, but no worries. I'm sure she'll get another tally for herself again. Chan hoping to catch that pass and deflect it in there. Almost
really well smothered there by the German goalkeeper. And yeah, it's all about that. When you're in the goal, you want to smother it, but you really want to stop it getting out of that circle, because they can't come in and steal it off you. So
great defense by Liv Thomas.
Stop it getting repossessed.
Liv Thomas relentless on the ride, as you should be, to get the ball back for her team. We're going to see a card there, a green card, 30-second foul called on number 7, Roth. Just a little bit of body checking happening there. We're 3 minutes into the second quarter. Great Britain Red doing what they do best, passing beautifully, redefending, showing off their strong
Miranda Nichols just flown onto the pitch there. She just launched herself in, caught the ball as she arrived, and now she's already had a lot to do. And she's finally slot in the hole, but not quite there. Emily Gray pulls it out with a nice little reverse flick. Oh, and Laura Merrifield sets up that so nicely. Finds Hannah Grant right in front of the goal, who quick sticks it into the bottom corner. Hannah Grant with the ball on the sideline here. GB Red looking like they're stepping up a gear. Lovely finish there by Tors Anderson. That left-handed whipper snapper of a shot finds the top left corner. The German goalkeeper clears it out to number 21, Anna Thrun. But GB in possession again. Sophie Coombs-Roberts galloping up the centre of the pitch. She's just got such a good run on her. She's these girls are so speedy. They've been putting in those time in the freezing cold, doing those sprints, doing that stick work, and really putting in the hours in the gym, on the pitch, playing wall ball, and it's paying off. GB Red are 12-0 up in this second semi-final. First semi-final. Lucky we got another one after this.
Yep, we got one more semi-final, and things are looking good for Great Britain. As the teams take a bit of a timeout with just about 3.5 minutes left, let's run through the rules For those new to the Sixes format, Six is a new format of the game. We're hoping that this is what's in the Olympics, Los Angeles 2028. We want to see you there, see lacrosse there. How does it work? Well, we've got 4 30-minute quarters with a halftime in between. That is important for momentum.
4 8-minute quarters, not 30-minute
Sorry,
quarters.
yep.
We
4
can't be
8 minutes.
taking that one. I
was-
could not survive
My next
that
line
long.
was going to be in comparison to the 2 30-minute halves that we've also seen in other formats of the game. But most importantly for Sixes, there are no restraining lines or anything like that. Everyone plays everything. We've got 5 field players, 1 player in the goal. If the shot goes wide, possession goes to the other team. Only have draws at the beginning of each quarter. Yeah, if they're playing 4 30-minute quarters, I think that's called a marathon.
I think I need to sit down just thinking about it. Go get me some coffee, get me some Gatorade.
Right.
Other energy drinks are available. But yeah, 4 30-minute quarters. Oh.
I don't even... Soccer. Well, football, as they call it. That gets close. 90 minutes with injury time is quite a lot of running. But I think
And
for...
there's some really, really strong defense you can see going from Tilly Foster there. The concentration, you can actually see it from here on her face as these British players are denying the Germans any opportunity to go at goal. And there's a slip there from Germany's number 15, Ushman, but she's done really well to pick it up again. Germany going for that goal
so
there,
close
just
for
couldn't quite
Germany.
find it before the shot clock and with that left-handed shot. So GB Red's goalie Katie Greenwood feeds it out to Miranda Nichols, who finds Laura Merrifield, looks up, sees Tilly Foster, ball down, but rescued that one. She goes behind the goal. GB just slowing it down a little bit here. We've seen a lot of that in this game, haven't we?
They're using their space. They're using the time that they have, just about 10 seconds left on the shot clock. And here we see Merrifield trying to get that pass to the right of the cage for a wraparound, but that does not happen. Ushman running to get the ball for her team and start up that 30-second shot clock. Once again, the rule is each team gets 30 seconds to get a shot or goal onto the net. And in the event that they don't, a little, sound goes off and the other team will get possession. But Germany doing a great job of getting that in. Oh, and that shot there saved by Greenwood.
Yeah,
Shot
there was a
given by
tip there, I
Ross.
think, also from Liv Thomas, just as it went past. It might have just taken that ball off course, which gave Katie Greenwood the chance. It took the pace off the ball, so she was able to make that save. Germany really looking to try and get on the board here, but they
Great
just
Britain's
haven't
making it
had enough
hard.
of the possession.
Great Britain's making it tough, but I think Earhart is keeping this margin even tighter than it could be. 12-0, they've had some good looks, but it's just about finishing that as we see Chan passing it around from behind the net.
And you know what else I'm loving is how many people are still around watching. Like the men's games have finished for the days. We've got some of the Swiss boys maybe enjoying a little beverage or two. They were unlucky to lose out to GB
But
in
a hard
that
fought game.
semi-final.
Oh, and that one hits the top of the net. That should count. I would count that. It was just under the top. But it looks like we are going to have a yellow card called against number 25 for Germany. Sorry, that one is on number 10. Dallinger. She is going to have a seat. That is a 1-minute penalty. So Great Britain up a man. But they're really good about working the ball around. They're not just trying to, stuff the goal with as many as they can get. They want to work for their good shots and take this opportunity to really learn the game, learn the Sixes format, and practice playing with each other. But a save by Earhart. That shot a little bit of telegraph, but Gray says, nope, not so fast. Great interception by Emily Gray. Back to Merrifield.
Emily Gray had an absolutely fantastic game when we watched her earlier, and she doesn't seem to have got tired as the day's
Not
gone
at
on.
all. Not at all. Not at all. Emily Gray been on in this Great Britain ending lacrosse system since 2008. Talk about a veteran, knows the game, and is helping her teammates get better just by being such a great teammate herself. Germany looking to do some, a little bit of trick passing, but Grant there to say nope and take her shot. Grant gets that goal. So tough when it's 1v1, but
Oh, that
Emily
from
Gray again.
Emily Gray. She is just everywhere. Lovely pickup by Liv Thomas. She looked like she was going left-handed. That in front of her, changed to her right hand, which is her dominant hand, and finds that low right corner. Here we go, Germany going for a clear, but they just can't find. She can't find anyone to clear to.
Absolutely, and that does it for this quarter.
Earlier.
Yeah, so GB Red really taking this game to the Germans. So not really giving them a look in. They've had a few shots, but some great saves from Katie Greenwood there. But a lot of the field play has just been so superior from GB Red at the moment. They're just not giving the Germans any opportunity to make those shots, get good shots on goal, get those angles, and their fight back if they lose the ball is so good that it's almost like they never lost it in the first place.
Exactly, and the ride is so important. You're seeing Great Britain get great opportunities because on the ride, when they lose the ball, they're getting it back. Their sticks are up high. I mean, those last couple plays by Emily Gray where her stick was up and she was able to intercept the ball, that is what you need. That's how you get the ball back.
And this is the kind of things like that from Emily Gray, what you want the younger players and girls coming through school, girls and boys, to be watching, because it isn't all about those glory shots and making a shot every time. It's about everything else that you give to the game. So she's making those shots, making those passes, giving those feeds, but she's also redefending like her life depends on it, and she's getting those tips. Sometimes it's not a full interception, it's just a tip, but that makes a difference in these kind of games. And when it can be so tight and so close and every goal really counts, that's the kind of fight that you want. And she's teaching at St. Cat's these days, very good lacrosse school in England, and that's the kind of thing that the girls that she's coaching will be watching and going, that's what
learning
my coach
from
does.
the best.
I want to do it too.
Learning from the best. A good number of these Great Britain players are also coaches themselves. Same for Germany, giving back to the community, helping the next generation of players get even better. We also got to take a look and see the England under-23 team playing this weekend, so just a testament to the growth of the game, not only in that region, but also around Europe and around the world.
Yeah, and it's nice that this tournament we've seen so many European sides involved. Obviously, like we said, we were really sad not to be able to see Ukraine here. All our thoughts go
Wishing them all the best.
To them. So the sides that we have got here have put on an absolute mega display. Obviously, GB have brought a few more teams than maybe some others, and it shows the depth that they've got over there. And then we've got the England under-23s, who we will see in action later against Team GB Blue. So that will be really interesting for those slightly older players on that Team GB
more
Blue.
experienced players who've had
taken out by the ones coming through the young system. They're still at university, some of those. They're still their average age about 19, that under-23 side.
Should be a great matchup. Stick with us. We've got some more great lacrosse. These two teams, Great Britain Red, Germany. Great Britain playing beautiful lacrosse. Germany also in it to win it. Just unlucky with their shots and some great saves by Greenwood.
Happy days. No one's on any pens, are they now? Sorry? Everyone's out of pens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's out of pens. All the pens are gone.
Yeah.
They have the boulder.
I think we'll see tomorrow.
More mental.
Qual a minha tasca? Ah, tem só um. Qual é que é a tua faculdade? Ah, ok. Qual? É o UOL? Eu conheço uma economia. Margarida Coelho. Margarida Fialho. Não, é malta do Algarve, só que essa Margarida Coelho é de Lisboa, só foi para aqui estar. Pai, Margarida Coelho é muito depois eles estão em Gambela.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go. Second half, semi-final 1.
Let's
Team GB Red versus Germany. Team GB Red leading 14-0. Really good display of lacrosse in the first half so far, but still that first final spot to play for. And Emily Gray comes out with the ball after the draw there, but it's got to be retaken, as we know, and we have told you multiple times, and obviously you've been listening all day. The draw is only taken after the quarters rather than after every goal. So we're back to that draw because it wasn't a full draw. So here we go again. Liv Thomas.
That's it.
GB.
Oh, and a win for Germany. Jenna Berg there, but that relentless ride once again for Great Britain, able to get it back. Emily Gray with it, passing it off to Tilly Foster. Oh, that one to Torres Anderson. Puts it in the back of the net.
Torres Anderson got a bit of strapping on that left shoulder there, but doesn't seem to be affecting her shooting in any way, which is good to hear.
She's like, I'm good, put me back in, just patch me up. Great Britain doing a beautiful job of keeping Germany out of the goal scoring area. We see Roth with it, hoping to get a shot in there, but 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Might be a bit tight. Greenwood right there on that corner to match her.
Lovely long clear. You saw that before it was going to happen. She's found Torres Anderson there with that bouncing bun on her head.
Shot by
Finds
Anderson.
a low shot with that left-handed whip of a shot she's got.
Beautiful, beautiful shot there. And, you know, a good part of sixes as well, kind of a positive, is goalies are able to make those long clears so close to the goal. And we've seen teams take advantage of that as their strategy. These two teams have mainly been running the ball up or using transition play as their bread and butter, but mixing it up is also a good idea. Why not?
What's really interesting, obviously, as well in the sixes, we don't have that shooting space that you have to think about in the long format. And these girls have been playing so much.
Oh, on the buzzer.
Germany have found the back of the net. Germany's number 21, Anna Thrun, puts them on the score sheet with a low shot, bounce shot there, just beaten the GB goalie, Katie Greenwood. So the score is now 16-1 to GB Red. Germany will be really excited by that. But Tilly Foster there with the low shot, straight on the rebound from GB, not letting Germany back into this game.
At all. And I think that's what Germany's going to have to do. They're just going to have to catch the defense by surprise. Don't wait to set up your offensive format. Just got to be ready to shoot and get the ball in the back of the net. Oh, and that jump shot so close there for Anna Stepan. But Greenwood's got it behind the goal, off to Emily Gray.
And Gray off to GB is just looking so nice. Unlucky there.
Nice save by Earhart.
Straight at the stick, really, there. It sort of made his goalie look
a little bit of a straight target.
Quite good. She didn't have to do a lot, didn't have to move her stick. And that's one of those moments you just got to take that extra step, that extra second. She had the time, she had the space.
Oh, a good stick. Great stick there. Coombs Roberts just kind of tips it a little bit, allows Greenwood to have the chance to steal it. 3 minutes into the third quarter.
Miranda Nichols passes off to Wales teammate Sophie Coombs Roberts, who doesn't really look like going to shoot, and then out of nowhere finds that bottom corner. Really nice finish there from Coombs Roberts.
A beautiful shot by Coombs Roberts, and once again, right back on the defense. Look at that stance. She's ready to play defense, ready to get her stick up high. Oh, Greenwood stops any sort of momentum for Germany. Love when goalies get active. I think it's so much fun. I think they're having fun too. Usually goalies aren't really allowed to move too far up in the full field version of the game, so this format allows for them. But there's Torres Anderson. Scoops it up with that lefty. A save by Earhart.
As a goalkeeper, normally you don't have to worry too much about how big your lunch was. You're not running around that much. But in the sixes format, you can't go away and have a good old roast meal for this because you'd be sluggish, and you cannot afford to be sluggish in this format. Katie Greenwood is not sluggish. She is having an absolute stormer here. Only one goal against her so far, and she's really... It's not like the Germans haven't had shots. She's just saved them. She's been great. And there's that stick work. Miranda Nichols just going for that pick up there. She's got the chases on, but she's got wheels, and she looks up, finds Laura Merrifield, but the whistle has gone, so that goal there.
Looks like we have a timeout with about 4 minutes left in this quarter. But Germany was able to get their first tally of the game. Great Britain up 18-1. I think Germany just had such great opportunities to score in that first half that they could have taken advantage of. That sort of allowed Great Britain to have this wider margin.
Yeah, and I think what happened there, they had those opportunities, couldn't take them. So GB have gone into their team talk and gone, look, we've given them those opportunities. We're lucky that they didn't take them. Let's not give them any more. So now it's denied even that. So GB are really on top in this game, leading 18-1 and looking pretty strong, if you ask me. So the other GB team warming up, as I can see, down to my left with the lovely background of Portugal behind them, but they'll have one eye on this game to see what's going on. Perhaps if they were to beat the England under-23s in the semi-final, we could have an all-GB affair in the women's side as well as we've got in the men's.
I mean, who do you root for, GB or GB? I think that the fans are the real winners, spectators are the winners. We get to watch the best of the best play lacrosse.
And you know what is the real winner? Lacrosse.
Lacrosse.
As always. Right,
Lacrosse
here we go. We're back on it. Laura Merrifield with the ball. She's boxing out wonderfully there. She's got those really long legs and using this width of her stance there to deny Germany getting through for that ball. Tors Anderson comes out with it, rides through four defenders, bottom-handed, bottom corner shot. Not a lot that the German goalkeeper could do about that.
Here we see
Chloe Chan with that defensive formation she's got. Traditionally a defender, Chloe Chan, so she has got that in her repertoire, but that's not saying she doesn't know what she's doing at the other end of the pitch.
Oh yeah, grade 6s as well, but Chan sitting out for 30 seconds. That foul was there on Shilton Wolf, Anna Shilton Wolf. We see Germany a man up. And let's see, turn and shoot. Oh, unlucky with that pipe once again.
15 seconds.
But that was a beautiful turn and shoot there by Schaefer.
It's funny because we keep saying, oh, it's hitting the post so often, but it shows just what angles you've got to go for to beat these goalkeepers. You're having to really find those corners.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're not going to make that shot.
Right, gotta find
Coombs
the
Roberts back
crease that
on
works for
here
you.
with straight on the pitch. I thought that was going to be a fly onto the pitch. Quick stick into the
I
back
love
of
how
the
she
goal.
waved it off. She's like, ah, okay.
Oh, not
The
quite.
next one, you know, but sometimes you gotta brush it off. You gotta brush it off. Next one is yours. Get back on defense. She is ready. Look at that low stance, stick up, playing beautiful defense. She knows that she'll get another opportunity to go to goal.
Yeah, really strong on that redefense there, Sophie Coombs Roberts. Like you were just saying, she got into that really low defensive position on her toes. And that's the kind of thing that maybe these really top teams have focused on so much more. They're on their toes. They're always ready in that position to move left, right, back, forward, whatever they need to be doing.
Oh,
lovely finish there
nice
from
one.
Germany.
Ushman sneaking that one behind Greener. Kind of caught her off guard. There were some defenders right in front acting as that screen. And it looks like the ball will actually go back to Germany. We got a minute foul called against Great Britain. Red, that one on Coombs Roberts.
So Germany, player up at this moment, just working round the goal. Remember, you can't score from behind the goal, Germany, so get it there. There's a lovely quick stick in there, but great save there from Katie Greenwood again.
I do love the efforts to catch the goals off guard. They have a fresh shot clock. Take advantage of it. Germany, no need to rush it. But there,
yeah, you feel like Roth could have almost taken that extra step there. She didn't quite give herself the angle she wanted, and against a goalkeeper like Greenwood, you're not going to get that off.
Just a bit more space. Easy save there for Earhart. I think that might have been a pass looking to go towards Tors Anderson. But Germany gets it right back.
Tors with that defensive stance we were talking about, really perhaps a bit almost on the aggressive side, but that's the physical nature of this sport. Yes, it's non-contact, but you do come away with some bruises. You're going to bash into some sticks. I know that Tari on my left has got a hell of a lot of bruises coming through on that arm.
Last night, trying to sleep on my left side. It's my favorite side to sleep on, by the way. Couldn't do it because my arm was bruised, and now the right side will be the same, but it's all in the fun. The finesse of the game, just such great defenders that we're playing against.
Lovely quick stick in there. Tors Anderson finds Sophie Coombs Roberts in front of the goal in the slot, so GB leading 20-2 here. Germany with the ball. Anna Thrun sets off up the pitch, but repossessed by GB, and there goes Tors Anderson, who looks up, almost finds Hannah Grant there, just not quite.
Not quite there, and that does it for this quarter. Germany coming alive in that quarter as well.
I'm pleased with how they finished that quarter there. They were in the ascendancy. It looked like Germany were going to come away with the ball there, but still trailing 20-2. Lots of stick tapping, some water going on board for GB out there.
Gotta stay hydrated. It's a lot of running back and forth. Takes about 4 seconds to score a goal in sixes, so not a ton of time. Not a ton of time at all, but these players just taking full advantage of each opportunity they get and really enjoying this sixes format. We'll catch you in the fourth and final quarter. 8 more minutes to go. Let's do it.
Sending all the time sending to get a refresh on the software online, so you can refresh every single period. They are everything.
So got it all there, yeah.
1 minute.
1 minute! 1 minute!
Portuguese.
You are wide up. Probably half a player.
Thank you very much, James.
Thank you. It's been good. It's been good, hasn't it? It's been good fun. 30 seconds. Yeah, should restart it. And get ready.
Yeah.
Welcome back for this final quarter of semi-final 1 between GB Red and Germany. GB leading 20-2 and looking really, really strong. Germany are going to have to put their foot on the accelerator, find gear 5, 6, 7, 35, 567 to take this to GB in here. That draw's not gone up high enough, so it's going to be reset.
I'm excited for this fourth and final quarter. A chance for Germany to up their Jets as well and finish off this semifinal strong. Something to note about the draw circle, as you mentioned earlier, draws only happen at the beginning of each quarter, and players cannot enter the draw until the ball has been possessed, or if it goes outside the draw, whoever gets it first gets it. A nice save there by Earhart on that shot by Laura Merrifield. Storied player, been in this system since 2009.
And there it is.
But
There's Emily Gray.
Listen, Emily Gray stick, there's like a magnet in there, passes it off to Anderson. Emily Gray, what's your secret? How do you know where the ball is every single second?
She's got a sixth sense. I think she can predict the future.
Yeah.
She knows where it's going. She flings that arm out. It's not like she's 10'5", but she just knows what she's doing, and that's shows that timing is everything, and anticipation is so important, especially in this format when you've only got a short amount of time.
And Germany caught going back, then forth. You cannot go back and forth in this sixes format, so that ball there was given to Great Britain, but shot goes wide. Earhart there with it, looking for that clear to her teammates. Germany advancing back up the field in this fourth and final quarter. About 6.5 minutes left.
Steppen with the ball, passes it off to Schittenwolf.
Schittenwolf, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
I like that name there. But that shot goes wide. Light jog for Greenwood as she heads on down to get that from the sideline, passing it off to her teammates. Liv Thomas, a name we've called often throughout the weekend thus far, passing it off to Coombs Roberts. And there we see Nichols looking for that outlet pass. Oh, and the quick stick. Emily Gray once again. I think Emily Gray has some of the best stick skills I've ever seen.
They're just fantastic. And as a coach, that must be something so nice to see your players. You can tell she's put in the hours, she's put in the graft, and it's showing. Yes, she's been around the game for a long time, but just because you've been playing a long time doesn't mean you've got those stick skills unless you put in those hours.
Yep, and that beautiful double, Gray and Coombs Roberts working together to do that goal. That is a team effort. Gray might get, the goal tally there. Coombs Roberts gets the assist, but really a team effort to work together and make that happen.
Yeah, unlucky for the German goalkeeper there. You could see she knew what was coming there, Earhart, but she could predict it. It was such an accurate pass there from Sophie Coombs Roberts to find Emily Gray in front of the goal. And then the quick stick. She just can't do everything all at once. So she was left a bit in the cold by her teammates there, and that was no fault of her own. She did her best.
Merrifield with the ball at the moment, passing it off to Coombs Roberts, who was looking to kind of dodge through that alley and get the ball. Bit of a miscommunication there, but Merrifield says no big deal. scoops up the GB. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to want to move. Oh, a nice fake shot there and a pass over. But the shot clock is close to winding down. That it does.
The
ball given back to Great Britain. We have a yellow card called on number 18, Katarina Schaefer. So Schaefer is going to take a seat in the timeout box. Think about what she did. Gives Great Britain a man-up opportunity. Oh, and a beautiful quick stick there.
I'd be so interested to see how many of the goals today have been quick stick, because it seems to be something GB must have been focusing on and practicing, because a lot of them have come out of this. And it's really nice to see, because a quick stick always looks so good, and it's a lot harder than you think it is. You know, when you're young and you see that, you almost go for a slap, but you've really got to cushion and give. But it's such a quick movement. It just looks so nice when it's done this well.
That it does. That it does. And now Germany's got it. Though they're down a player, got to take care of the ball. Don't let Liv Thomas get it. She's going to turn up the jets and go to goal.
Yeah, you can see that GB Red is sort of focusing on other things here now. You can, as the time is running down, they're halfway into this last quarter, and Thomas could have easily had that shot on goal, but she chose to take it behind. So perhaps they're working in some of their plays here as they think about what they could do in the final.
Yep, Enerthon struggled a bit there, but able to clear that over. Unlucky turnover, though, for Germany. That one there with Usman. She's hustling back to defense. She knows the drill. Opportunity to just make a play on defense instead. 2 minutes left in this game. Great Britain leading 24-2. Lots to be proud of for both teams.
Yeah, Germany will probably be hoping to at least get one on the board in this quarter, but when you've got GB Red players taking shots like that from Tors Andersen, that left-handed shot that we know so well, it's going to be quite difficult. And then here comes Emily Gray with the ball yet again.
Yeah, 18 goal.
Who else but Emily Gray? But there was a violation there. Looks like she was also up and back, which is not allowed. Germany settling into their offensive set as the clock winds down. And there we see Rob with it.
So strong. We've got a player down here, so that's GB's number 9, Laura Merrifield, on the floor. I think she's okay. She's up again now. I'm not really sure what happened in that one, but she's just taking her goggles off for a minute. They're back on.
You ready? Go, restart.
And she's back in the game, as if nothing happened. Switched it straight back on there. Brushed it off.
A nice pass in the middle, but you know what? Great Britain's defense says, no, not today.
That was great stick work there from German's number 7, Roth. Just got her stick in there. She sort of stuck it out in hope, really, but it was that anticipation that we always see from Emily Gray coming off there with the German side.
A nice kind of slowing down, taking away a little bit from the shot clock. 15 seconds on the shot clock for Great Britain. They're likely to try to get another tally. Love that double from Germany. They're in the middle and awareness. Great defense, but let's see, can they get the ball right back? Emily Gray looking to kind of flick that into the goal, but that does it for the shot clock for Great Britain. Germany running with it. Oh, unfortunate turnover there for Shilton Wolf. Another post.
I feel so sorry for the bruises on this post. There's going to be dents in it after that. The power on that shot from Tors Andersen. Doesn't matter how much strapping she's got on her shoulder. It seems to have given her firepower.
It has. Rockets on rockets on rockets. With a minute left in the game. Great Britain red. We're going to see blue in the next game against the England U23 team. Experience versus youth. Merits in both. Going to be a solid semifinal matchup.
So the German goalkeeper giving the ball here. She's being man-marked by Laura Merrifield, who's a very tall player, as we know. So it's not going to be easy to go over the top of her.
Last one, you stop.
Nice give to Roth. Running up on the right side.
That pressure there from Merrifield is really strong. She doesn't need to go for the stick. Bit of a poor pass been forced there, and Chloe Chan comes away with the ball. One-handed pickup, finds Emily Gray in the centre. The German goalkeeper's come out. Uncharacteristic drop there from Emily Gray, but perhaps it's just getting a bit frantic as we come towards the end. The Germans are out with the ball, but the whistle has blown.
And we are going to see a card called. There's that card called against number 25, Lisa Gunkel, in the hot seat. All good. It's part of the game. It happens. We're going to see Great Britain up by a player as the game winds on down. But Germany's defense, the shining light, they have been so good at just intercepting those passes, interrupting the passes, not letting them get smooth passes off, kind of slowing them down, which that's a great thing for teams playing against Great Britain Red to do. But Emily Gray
with the
firing
finish, only 9 seconds left on the shot clock. She really wound that one up, whipped it into the top left corner. Really nice one for Emily Gray's showreel.
She said, pew, pew, I'm here.
Player without a stick there, number 18. You might need that one, Shaka.
But a ball lost there.
Oh,
and Hannah Grant recovery with the shovel shot just wide.
Sort of shovel shot flick from the floor would have looked really nice if it had gone in.
That would,
the kind of one that just gone over the top, and you're the kind of thing you don't want to look at your coach when you've done it if it doesn't pay off. But when it does, you can be like,
cool.
see, it works.
Well, that does it for this first semifinal matchup. Let's take a look at some of the amazing replays here. But there she lost it, but look how cool it would have been. She was so close. Great Britain wins it. A beautiful game from both teams. 26-2. Red gets the tally, but Germany, lots and lots of stuff to be proud of, and we'll probably see them again tomorrow in another game. Next up, Great Britain Blue against the England U23 team. Our last game of the evening. I'm Tari Kandamiri at Official Lax Girl.
Georgie Heath at Georgie Heath 27. So coming up after this, we have the other GB side. So we've got Great Britain white, Great Britain red, taking on
Oh, nice. That's good.
Great Britain blue, I apologise, taking on England under 23s. Average age around 19 in the under 23 side, but that is no indication of them not being mature on the pitch. They know what they're doing. They put in some great performances so far this tournament. It's a real learning curve for them. It's great that they get to be here and the opportunity to play alongside some of the big names in the game, some of the great sides in the European lacrosse format. And we love a bit of sixes, so they're getting involved in this at a younger age than some of their counterparts.
Very nice.
So we'll be with you again in around 15 minutes to bring you the second semi-final and our last game of the day, semi-final 2, Great Britain Blue versus England under 23.
Peace out.
This is the other one, right?
Thank you.